Welcome back to another episode of the Brighton Career Mode here on FC26, where today we sit in 6th after just halfway through, or just under halfway through. We are currently 2 points behind the top 4. We have turned a rough start of the season around. We gave Tottenham the first loss of the season, and now we sit 4th in the Europa League as well. We are currently on an 8-win streak across all competitions, aka the Premier League and the Europa League. We are on a 6-game league winning streak as well, and we're now looking to extend that up to 9 across all competitions, as we are taking on Manchester City in the Carabao Cup Quarter-Finals to start today's episode. If you are enjoying this, go and leave a like and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. And here we go, Brighton versus Manchester City. Richie into Nico Paz, and Nico Paz, and for Costelos, shoot the ball. The fallback for Richie, a heavy first touch. Costelos out wide for Matoma, and here comes Matoma down the left-hand side, and Matoma on his left foot, blocked by Ruben Diaz, out for a corner, the first of the day here. We'll whip it in, looking to find Jared Branthwaite, in which we do, but straight at Donnarumma. Second corner, Waneri, Jared Branthwaite again, saved by Donnarumma, cleared by Kimmich. Matoma, Ethan Waneri gets fouled by Aït-Nouri. There'll be a penalty for Brighton. It was just inside the box. Aït-Nouri tapped, trying to win the ball. Costelos, that's probably a perfect penalty spin there, and Costelos puts it away, and we take the lead here, 1-0. Nico Paz into Ethan Waneri, and Ethan Waneri to double their lead in quick fashion. 2-0 for Brighton. Waneri, Matoma, his header sneaks into the back, and that is 3-0 for Brighton. Nico Paz into Matoma, and Matoma saved by Donnarumma. Bernardo Silva over the top for Mr. Doku, and Jeremy Doku has his shot dragged wide. Matoma into Nico Paz, in for Evan Ferguson, on for Costelos, and Paz saved by Donnarumma. And that is full time, a 3-0 win for Brighton Hove Albion, on to the semifinals of the Carabao Cup. Here we go, Brighton versus Arsenal. They're second in the league. Costelos out wide for Ethan Waneri, playing against his former club. Ethan Waneri crossed in for Costelos. He will just carry it out of bounds for a throw-in. Nico Paz out wide for Waneri. Ethan Waneri crossed in for Costelos. Saliba's going to always hit that header. Richie down to Matoma, back to Richie out wide for Florentino. Into Ethan Waneri, crossed in. Matoma, David Raya heads it away instead of just catching it. It will be brought down in for Costelos now. And the Greek god himself out wide for Ethan Waneri. Crossed in for Matoma. He goes for the acrobatic. Matoma finally across, works out, and in the 44th minute we make it 1-0. Into Nico, and Nico Paz. Nico Paz well off target, halftime, 1-0 up against Arsenal. Richie, Florentino, into Costelos, and Costelos to double the lead, hits the posts. Saka now on the left-hand side for some reason, but he's doing his business down there. Into Victor Yekades. Calvin Bassi is there to intercept. He deals with it nicely, but the Kuiper, the acrobatic clearance, won't work out well. Florentino can't clear. Yekades strikes off target. The Kuiper perfectly placed for Ethan Waneri. And Ethan Waneri, Costelos! Brighton Hove Albion double their lead here. And we're looking to make it 10 wins in a row across all competitions. Mohamed Salah? Why does Arsenal have Mohamed Salah? What the fool? If you can't beat him, buy him? Is that the motto? Okay, cool. Well, still can't beat us. Mohamed Salah. And that is full time. It's 10 wins in a row across all comps. The form of our lives. It's 11 in a row across all comps as we beat Fulham 2-1. A winner in the 86th after an equalizer from the 84th from Fulham. Waneri gets on the score sheet as well. Can we make it 12 in a row? And the answer is yes. Nico Paz and Kostelos on the score sheet. We make it a perfect 12 in a row as we go into the new calendar year. If y'all remember from last episode or the episode before that, one of the two, Joe Gomez wanted out of the club, as in either we isolate and sell him now in this window or we terminate his contract. We chose isolate and sell him, and then he obviously became unavailable. You can't play him at all. You can't even use him at all. He's just completely... He's pretty much not part of your squad. We instead loaned him out because, well, we had just bought him in, so I couldn't even transfer list him. I still can't even transfer list him. So we let him go loaned out. He obviously left on loan to Manchester City on January 1st, which is today, and we bought him back, and now he's freshly fit. The only bad thing is because he has important. That is why he is not happy. But it is what it is. Don't know who we're saying goodbye to. I don't know who that was. Somebody left. I think it was one of the players I just sold. One of the Deadwood players. Next up, though, is West Ham. And then Leicester. We actually have Luton twice in this month. We have them in the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. We will play them in the FA Cup. We'll sit in the first leg of the Carabao. It's a North London derby in the other semi-final, so that's good for us. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and get into that game against Luton Town. And if we get any transfer offers or anything, we'll just go through it as we go through it. And at West Ham, our win streak is over. 12 was our limit across all comps. We lose to West Ham United 2-0. And it's a 2-loss streak. Leicester City beat Brighton 2-1. Okay, then. Falling off in January. And here we go. Brighton versus Luton Town in the FA Cup. We are playing with our entirely rotated team. The only starting player is actually Richie because, well, we don't have two CDMs to be able to replace them. So everybody else is a bench player or not a starting player. O'Reilly, Ronnie Bargi, in for Ferguson. And Evan Ferguson looking to prove why he should be starting into Cordero. And Antonio Cordero saved by Keeley. Weaver. Richie, Fergie, and Evan Ferguson breaks the deadlock here in the 11th minute. It's 1-0. He has his first goal in the FA Cup. Weaver onside corner. Cross comes in. Joe Gomez off of the crossbar and over the line. 2-0 for Brighton Hove Albion here. We double our lead in the FA Cup. We're getting back to winning ways. Antonio Cordero moves the ball. And Antonio Cordero down the left-hand side, looking to find Fergie. And Evan Ferguson now, he'll find Ronnie Bargi, and Ronnie Bargi will have an easy tap in, 3-0 for Brighton. We triple our lead in the first half here. Cordero, Ferguson, over the top for Bargi, and Ronnie Bargi to make it 4, saved Richie, can't score on the rebound. Ronnie Bargi. Crossed in. Cordero! It's 4! We will jump to simulation. Fergie makes it 5. And a 5-0 thrashing against Luton Town gives us the world of hope for the Carabao Cup that we should easily get past them with our first team. And well, here is the Carabao Cup semifinal first leg against Luton Town with our first team against the simulation. We'll jump in if need be, but I don't think we'll have to be after that first leg. But anything is possible. It's like playing a new team, essentially. I think there's a penalty. No, it's a free kick for Luton Town to try and win it here in the 81st minute. I say win it, it's 81st minute. But yeah, it's kind of like I said, simulations are just weird. It's 0-0. We've been dominating for the majority of the game here, and we can't score. It's so 0-0 in the first 90 minutes, of course. And we finally go ahead and bring in this youngster on loan. We couldn't bring him in last season because they didn't want to sell him. Couldn't bring him in at the start of the season because his contract was too short. They've obviously re-signed him on the contract now and can finally loan him in. Mayulu comes in from PSG to be a backup midfielder for the next 6 months, for the rest of the season. He comes in for PSG. He's going to be a key part. Welcome in. Now we are going to throw some spice onto our next game up. Calvin Bassey currently is looking through a transfer offer for Newcastle, or from Newcastle United. And our next game up is against Newcastle United. So you know what? I have his replacement on my mind already. So if we are to not beat, so we cannot draw or lose. If we draw or lose against Newcastle United here next game up, we will accept whatever offer, whatever the delegation comes back to for Calvin Bassey. And he could be off to Newcastle United. Just throw some spice into it as well. We're currently sitting 5th, just 3 points off of the top 3, or 3 points off of Newcastle United, should be saying 1 point off the top 4. It's a little bit more on this game here at St. James Park. Let's get into it. And in fact, Calvin Bassey is not even going to play in this game as well. He's going to go ahead and be dropped to the bench. And in fact, we'll bring Mayulu on the bench as well. So give them the hopes in, and his future is on the line of me versus an AI. Let's get into it. And here we go, Newcastle United versus Brighton Hove Albion. A little bit more on the line in this game. Calvin Bassey, one of our key center backs, one of our most starting center back. He's been the most dominant starting center back we've had since Van Hecke, but Van Hecke was a bug from EA. And he's technically on the cards to be a replacement as well. We could bring Calvin Bassey back into the club still. Antonio Cordero into O'Reilly. O'Reilly into Richie. And Richie will find the back end net. Brighton Hove Albion and have the lead 1-0. Halftime, 1-0 up here against Newcastle United. And that is full time. We beat Newcastle United narrowly, a 1-0 win with our backup team on accident. And guess what? We get to keep Calvin Bassey, unless they offer around 50 to 45 to 50 million, which is like the max, and we'll still think about it, in all honesty. Now, as far as the Europa League goes, we currently sit in 4th with 15 points there. The 9th spot, we are 3 points ahead of them. We are playing against Kent here. We are going to go ahead and just quick sim this game here and hopefully pick up all 3 points, in which we do not, but we pick up a draw, which is still good enough in all honesty. And that's going to go ahead and wrap up today's episode. When we come back, we'll have more Premier League action, more Carabao Cup semifinal action, as well as in the FA Cup as well. We end it in 4th. Our next game up off the rip is against Manchester City, who sit right behind us. So that's going to be a good battle there as well. I will see y'all for that. Leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.